On the left, this is the Böker Tech Tool 7. This retails for about $45. And then we've got the Victorinox Huntsman 2, which is $38. So going into them, you're looking at a weight of about 5 ounces or a weight of 3.4 ounces. So this is definitely going to be bigger and heavier. You've got a length of 3.62 inches or 3.58 inches, so that's pretty close. But then you're looking at a width of 0.872 or a little bit past 0.9. So it's really just about a scale's length and thickness difference, if you guys can tell. It's about a scale's length and difference, which isn't too much. You're also getting, for example, thicker tools with the Böker. You guys can tell. Sorry for all the glare. You're getting thicker tools right there. Another example. Let's look at the wood saw. So, got thicker tools, slightly larger tools, and go back to the blades for a second. So, the blades themselves, 2.75 inches on the Böker, 2.45 inches on the Huntsman 2. You're on both of them getting very high wear resistant scales. It's carbon fiber on the Böker, which is a really nice checkered pattern. I can't tell if it's laminate. I'm not that good at that, but it's really shiny and glossy, so I want to say it's laminate. And then on the Huntsman 2, you're not getting your traditional Victorinox scales. You're getting what they call their Eco line scales, which are slightly harder and a bit deeper red, if you can tell. To comparison of that to the Super Tinker. So you can tell this one's got scratches in it, and this one doesn't, because this is a lot softer than the Huntsman 2. So for features, the Victorinox does have it beat by 3 tools. If I pull them all out for you really quickly, carefully. I'll leave the bottom tools for later. Okay, so tool-wise, the comparison, you've still got similar. You've got a blade, you've got the saws, you've got the scissors, bottle opener, wire stripper, flathead. Got that. Where it differs, on the Böker, you've got a small serrated blade with the smaller flathead slash Phillips. On the Victorinox, you've got the can opener with the smaller flathead slash Phillips. Also, if you guys can see it back here, you've got an additional smaller blade, which is not found on the Böker, although I think they could have found room for it. Both of them do have key rings. On the Bökers, it's a little bit more hidden. I didn't want to pull it out, but that little tab right there, that is a key ring as well. Something unique to the Böker, you can see it's got a nice adjustable pocket clip for a fairly deep carry. Victorinox, of course, does not have that. You can buy either a pouch for the Victorinox, or I forget which company makes it, but they make like adhesive backed clips, or you can get a P7 clip that attaches to the keyring. Now, close these up so you can look at the other tools. You've got a tungsten glass breaker, which of course the Victorinox does not have. Both of them have corkscrews, and both of them have awls, reamers, whatever you call them. So, again, slightly thicker, bigger on the Böker. Now, which one do I like more? Victorinox. It is smaller, it's lighter. You get additional small blade. I don't really care for the small serrated blade on the Böker. You also get the toothpick and tweezers, which I had plenty of room for in here, but they didn't put them. Don't know why. Got the pocket clip on the Böker, and that's negligible because you can get styles of pocket clips for this. Like I said, probably the P7 would be your best option. Thicker tools, yes, but got a lot of space in there compared to the Victorinox. So you could have added, instead of, say, having this keyring right there, it kind of got the space for another blade in there, which would have been nice. Don't have the can opener. Like I said, I don't really care for the serrated blade, even though it's kind of more of a rescue style blade because of the way it comes out. More of a emergency first responder, but it's kind of awkward to use that small flathead, so I would worry about that closing on my finger. Detent also on this is not as strong as you would expect, so pull these out. Sorry, it's hard to do this through the camera, but it's pretty decent on the Victorinox. On the Böker, not at all. Also, if I go to the scissors, the Victorinox once again has it beat. You would expect, because these are larger, they'd be more useful, and you'd be right. But they're kind of, I don't know, floppy. They just don't have the same amount of tension as the Victorinox do. These just have them beat. It's a lot nicer to use. It's just the power isn't there. You'd expect bigger tools, better cutting ability. It's just not there. And then you look at your wood saws. That's got probably the most amount of tension or detent out of all the tools on the Böker. But Victorinox still has a beat. And lastly, what I wanted to look at was the Flathead. There is no half detent. It doesn't lock in place in that halfway position like the Victorinox does. That'll lock in there. You know, not completely solidly. It's not a full lock or anything. But that's just a pivot point. So, just wanted to do a quick comparison between the two and give you my opinion, which is I would still stick with a Victorinox. You're getting slightly more function, better detent, steel negligible. You're looking at 12C27R for the blade, and then just sort of the same stainless style for the rest of them. You know, Victorinox, not bad steel at all. I've had no problems with these rusting as long as you keep up with maintenance and everything. You know, I've never had one of these rust except for tiny bits in the joints, which, again, you just have to make sure you oil them up. I would expect having the same problem with the Böker, although you do get, I don't know if you'd be able to see inside with this. See, you can see a tiny bit of rust in there. You do get full size. See if you can see it. And you can kind of see a glimmer right in there. You do get nice bronze washers. So, very disappointed in the Tech Tool 7. The quality is there with the materials. It's just the fine details that are missing. The scissors don't have that spring. You're not getting the half detent with the bottle opener / medium-sized flathead. Not getting that second blade. Could do without that rescue hook. Also on the Böker, it's kind of hard to access that all because they put the nail nick right in between the corkscrew. You know, with the Victorinox, they've done the same thing, but it's spaced enough to where you don't really have a problem with that. You know, as for the Victorinox, it's kind of just a traditional thing, but I really have no use for that parcel hook. Just a personal thing. And then, like I said, you know, it's just disappointed by this. It could be a lot better than it is. It's fairly heavy because, you know, you've got those full steel liners in there. It's got thicker tools. It should be better, but it isn't. So, definitely, you know, you can form your own opinion, but I'd go with the Victorinox Huntsman 2. Same tool set pretty much, more function, because you get the scissors, tweezers,